everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the CJ and Fitz Show. As always, I am Fitz.
I am CJ. Happy November.
Happy November. Week 9. We're halfway through the season already, dude.
Right? Man, a lot of games, a lot of news.
Where's the time go?
I mean, when you're having fun watching football and talking about it, it goes by quick.
You know what I love, dude? So, I mean, my wife is like super into football right now, right?
Awesome.
Like, when we got married, 3 years ago, we got together like 7 years ago. I was just like, listen, between the months of September and January, like, I check out. So you know what she did? She checked in, dude. Like, I come home and she'll be like, oh my God, did you hear about this article and that article? And this person got traded? Like, I love it, dude. I love it, man. So, yeah. This is, halfway through the season, week 9. We're going to do things a little bit different tonight. We're going to get through our picks pretty quick because I feel like we just have so much news to talk about this week, dude. So,
a lot of details that we want to talk about. So you want to start with Thursday night game?
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody here. If you check the description, you see the Discord link. You could join us on Discord, and you'll see the live show happening, and you could jump in as a voice chat, or jump in, let us know, where you're from, who your team is, and if you have anything you want to talk about, feel free to do that. But yeah, let's start with the week 9 picks, and then
I just want to say I was able to get one game on you this past week. So
yeah, I didn't even update the records here. So
it's all good.
How many games were played last week?
15.
15?
Yep.
How many wins did I have? 12?
How many wins you have?
Yeah, I had 12 wins.
6.
I had 6 wins?
Yeah.
Damn, 12 sounded a lot better.
Right? And I only had 7, though. What's up, Toronis?
6 means 9, so I'm at 47. Boom, and you got 7. If I'm doing my math correctly here, so that puts you at 65.
So I'm up 3 games or 2 games?
You're up 3 games on me now.
Not bad. Still close.
Yeah, and so what?
So Toronis, with your question about Jordan Love, stay tuned. We have some thoughts about that. It's coming up pretty soon too, actually.
That ain't right. I got that wrong. Hold on.
What happened?
Oh, man. I love doing this stuff live, dude, because there's just so much room for error. But I think it brings a lot of character to our show.
Right? This bunch of average human beings talking about football, man.
Yeah, look at that. So you're 65 and 44 and 62 and 47. All right?
Cool.
You got 3 wins on me last week, but things are going to change. But all right, let's do it, man. So Thursday night football, you got the Jets and the Colts.
So, man, I think everybody was surprised how good Mike White played last week, and Michael Carter coming out. The Jets beating Cincinnati like that. A lot of people did not see that coming at all, including myself. With the Colts, Carson made a couple. Oh, you can get it.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say with Carson, he made a couple of bad plays at the end. I mean, their team still had a chance to win the game, but I think that one key interception for a touchdown is really what got him. So Do I ride this Jets momentum with Mike White? And I am. I'm going to take the Jets.
All right. We're just gonna differ right off the bat here. Uh, the Jets have no run defense at all, and
Right. I
Jonathan
do
Taylor,
agree with that.
huh?
I agree with that, though.
And Jonathan Taylor is just going to.
Eat them up.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if you see like Marlon Mack was practicing this week. I know there was a lot of trade rumors regarding him, but I wouldn't even be surprised if you see like even start to see Marlon Mack in this game. I think that the Colts controlled the clock this entire game. I don't think they want Carson Wentz happen to make throws. You know,
So,
so
you think all three running backs, play part of this, or just most of them?
I think you see Mack more than you see Hines actually. Now I know Hines is like he's third down back, pass catching back. He's also in the return game, but I think this is just a ground and pound game, and I really do. I think you see Mack come out this week. So, and then they kind of get this the three-headed monster going on. I talk about three-headed monster all the time. I mean, again, New England and Josh McDaniels, they're infamous for this three-headed monster. You don't really know who's going to get the ball type thing, and they haven't really been doing it this year, but in years past they have. So yeah, I'm going to take Indianapolis here. All right, moving on. We got Minnesota at Baltimore.
So I'm going to continue on the Lamar train, and I'm going to take the Ravens.
Lamar train.
I mean, Minnesota just gave up 325 yards to a backup quarterback in a primetime game. I think Lamar goes over 400, so I'm taking Lamar.
So it's I'm going to take Lamar too. I'm going to take Lamar in Baltimore as well, but it's. I don't think it's going to be some high scoring game. I really don't. I mean, the Minnesota they're up there as far as scoring defense, right? Like they actually. It's really weird. They're just a really odd team because they have a good defense on paper, and they don't really give up a lot of points, yet they always find themselves losing games.
So would that mean that Dallas has got a really good team then?
Yeah.
A better team than what a lot of people think? So
I don't know who's saying that they don't have a good team. I mean,
are they one of the top contenders? I truly think they are. So.
In the NFC, yeah. I mean, you got
in the NFL.
In the NFL, yes. In the NFL, sure. If you want me to go that far, sure. I mean, but the NFC is very. Your division leaders are your top teams,
right?
You know what I mean? Like that's where it's at right now. So, even with Tampa Bay losing to New Orleans, they're still. You got Arizona too. I'm curious to see. Well, when we get to Arizona, when we get to the game. All right. So I'm going to take Baltimore as well. So then we got New England at the Panthers or at Carolina.
Sam Darnold's not playing, but McCaffrey's back, which I know is pretty big. But New England's on this hot stretch right now, and I'm going to take New England.
I'm going to take New England too, dude. Their defense is slowly creeping up there as, the unit that everybody kind of expected them to be. And they're playing really good complementary football right now is what's happening.
Right.
And that type of football is what wins you games. So, yeah, I'm going to take New England too. Sam Darnold is in concussion protocol right now. He might not even play. Not that he's playing like lights out football. PJ Walker likely to start in Carolina. So I'm going to take New England on the road against Carolina for sure.
Same.
I love this next game. Cleveland at Cincinnati. I love AFC North battles, dude. I love the Battle of Ohio. Like, every year, year in, year out. Dude, I remember one year, I can't remember the specific season. It might have been like 2006, maybe. It was like 54-46 or some crazy thing like that, right? Some outrageously high-scoring Cincinnati-Cleveland game. I love the Battle of Ohio every year, and I'm going to take... Just based on what Michael Carter did to that defense last week, and they might have brought Cincinnati back down to earth a little bit, I'm going to take Cleveland here. Cleveland and their,
Well, I'm going to go
OBJ-less offense.
Let me see once. Hold on one second. I'm just curious if Denzel Ward is still questionable right now. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Cincinnati. I'm gonna go with the Burrow and Jamar. And I mean Joe Mixon's been playing pretty good. So
dude, Joe Mixon has been playing, I don't want to say lights out, but he has been playing, like a premier back. Absolutely.
Like ever since they were able to throw in Cincinnati now, it's just opening it up more rushing for him.
Absolutely. And that's what, we'll get into this later. I want to finish the picks because I just want to talk today. I want to talk so much. I'm no different than every week, but, Denver at Dallas.
I'm gonna take Dallas. Like they go in with a backup quarterback and beat Minnesota. Dak's coming back. He should be fully healthy. I'm taking Dallas at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas too at home. That's easy take there. Bills at Jacksonville.
Bills.
Just so to prove that I'm not biased, right? And because I believe in this, the Manning curse, right? The Manning cast curse. I'm gonna go against the Bills here. I'm gonna take Jacksonville. Josh Allen was on the Manning cast for Monday Night Football here, and I'm gonna believe in the curse. I believe in it. I believe in the curse.
Everybody that's been on the Manning show has lost the next week.
I know, so I'm gonna take Jacksonville here, dude.
The Jacksonville wins, man.
I don't know why. I don't know why Joe feels like he has to call me biased every week. Texans at Miami.
I just think Miami has too many playmakers, or more playmakers than Houston. And Tua's there now for the rest of the season, so I'm gonna go with Miami.
Right, like that's kind of like this mental boost for him.
Yeah,
I'm with you. I'm gonna take Miami as well. Devontae Parker's back, and even though they lost against the Bills, like Devontae Parker was shining for sure. So, Atlanta at New Orleans.
Jameis Winston's out for a year. You had Trevor Siemian come in and look good against the Bucs.
Mm-hmm.
Calvin Ridley's out for right now for mental issues, but I'm gonna. It's home, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. I'm gonna go with New Orleans.
Even with Michael Thomas out for the season now.
Yeah, but Michael Thomas hasn't played 8 games yet, or he hasn't played any of the season. So.
Yeah, no, I totally messed that up.
Michael Thomas hasn't made a difference in the past years.
I don't know what dude. I'm like watching the stream, and the little news ticker comes across, and I was like, Michael Thomas declared out for the season. Like, yes, you're absolutely right, man. God, I just look like a schmuck right now. Jesus. All right, Yeah, just because I'm gonna take New Orleans too. Oh man,
That was pretty good.
I know, dude. You know, it's crazy. It's tough preparing for this show, dude. You know, like it's as much as I love doing it, it is tough
Takes a lot
preparing
of
for
effort.
it, and sometimes you just turn into an airhead every now and then. You know, um, Las Vegas at New York.
Um, jeez. I mean, New York actually played pretty good against Kansas City.
Right? Like I was actually really impressed with their red zone defense.
Yes.
And not impressed at all with Kansas City's red zone offense. But I thought their defense played really, really well actually. And I'm gonna it's a
I really want to take the Giants.
yeah,
Like,
I'm actually gonna take the Giants here too as well. And the reason being is it's a travel, right? They're traveling east. Um,
and they have a lot of
distractions
news around them.
distractions right now. I'm gonna take the
Yeah.
Giants here.
You know what? Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm going New York.
Um, Chargers and Eagles.
I mean, every time I seems like every time I pick the Chargers, they end up losing. Um, I'm gonna go with the Chargers again. I'm gonna I'm gonna go with Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. If they prove me wrong this time, I ain't picking them again.
um, I'm going to take Philly here, and another reasoning, West Coast team traveling to the East. Uh, Philadelphia's defense, actually doesn't give up a lot of big plays to wide receivers. They don't really have quite a run game, but at the same time, the Chargers defense has a very hard time stopping the run as well. And I think Philadelphia, you know what? We're a little off topic here, but I'm going to jump into one of my lows this week, right? It's just a low from week 8. I want to say, Philadelphia, what the heck are you doing to me, man? All right? How are you going to put Miles Sanders on IR, and you got this young rookie, Kenneth Gainwell. He's just fired up, dude. He's ready to go. Give me the rock. Give me the rock, coach. Hey, we're going to give it to Jordan Howard and Boston Scott, all right? Like, what are you doing to me, man? What are you doing to me? So I'm going to say Kenneth Gainwell gets some touches this week, and he gets going. And I'm going to say Philadelphia upset alert on the Chargers. Is it really an upset? What's the line on that?
1.5 points.
Okay, I guess it's really not a line. I mean, it's really not an upset, but hey, Dana, thanks for joining the show. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Eagles here, and I actually really like my pick. All right, moving on.
Moving
on. We're actually gonna jump into the
Kapow.
We're gonna jump into the Kapow.
Ow!
CJ's upset pick of the week. Now this is a really, really interesting. That's the wrong. Oh no!
What happened?
I got rid of it somehow.
This is not Fitz fantasy formula.
No, it's not. It's the Kapow. Jesus, dude. I'm. Go ahead. Just take it away. I'll try to.
All right, so
I'll try to get it fixed here.
All right, so Kansas City is favored by 7.5 points at home. Green Bay starting their backup Jordan Love because Aaron Rodgers on the COVID list. Kansas City's defense has given up 4th most passing yards to opposing QBs, and also 8th most rushing yards to running backs. Green Bay is going to lean heavy on that run game with Jones and Dillon. like they did against Arizona. And once that run game opens up, watch for Jordan Love to shine with the number one receiver in the league right now with Devontae Adams. So I'm taking Green Bay over Kansas City.
All righty, Green Bay over Kansas City. I just want to apologize, man. I'm so
It's all good, man.
No, I messed that up.
Kapow!
Kapow!
So yes, Toronis, I would play Jordan Love. If it happens to be a shootout, I think that system was built for him, and I think he's ready.
It's interesting. All right, there it is. If anybody's looking for it, there's the kapow. I found it. My fault. You know, got to get a moderator for this channel, right? We got 8 viewers right now. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate it. All right.
So what about you? Taking Kansas City?
I'm going to take Kansas City at home, dude, in Arrowhead.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been looking.
I know, but you know they gotta win, and well, they won last week. They're the week prior to against Washington football team. Oh shoot, what do I do here? They don't have a run defense. No, I'm gonna switch my pick. I'm gonna take the Packers. I'm gonna say Aaron Jones, AJ Dillon. I'm just like you said, you know. And it's funny that Aaron Rodgers. Well, I mean, it's not funny, but for as bad as Kansas City's defense is, and for Aaron Rodgers to be put on COVID, for the line to shift that much to 7.5-point favors against Green Bay, I get it. I get it from like Vegas' standpoint, right? Aaron Rodgers, big name, you know, he's the star of that football team, etc. Yada yada yada. But like Kansas City's defense is awful, dude. It is awful. Hey, who am I? Who am I? No.
Right?
Right? So, yeah, man, it's yeah, I'm gonna take I'll take Kansas City here too. Arizona at the Cardinals.
But you went with Green Bay, right?
Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I?
Okay, I just want to make sure.
I might have just said Kansas City, but
you did.
I meant to say Green Bay.
All right.
The very, very similar syllables. Kansas City, Green Bay. Yeah. So.
Kyler Murray didn't practice today.
Kyler Murray did not practice today. Yes, you're correct.
I still think he's fine, and I'm gonna take.
So I know AJ Green isn't playing. AJ Green was put on a COVID list.
Correct. But I still think they have too many playmakers.
Yeah.
And for them, AJ Green, they're fine.
I think it's a big week. I think it's a big week for Rondale Moore. Actually, he has been his targets have gone down. So with AJ Green out, I think
he'll get his shares.
Yeah, he'll definitely get his shares this week, and I like him a lot, man. He's young rookie stud. I really like what's happening in Arizona, man. So, all right, Tennessee at the Rams.
Well, we know about Derrick Henry. So, with that being said, I'll talk about my load then.
All right, go ahead.
So, I was looking up some stuff, and I was trying to figure out if the Titans were using Derrick Henry too much. So, I went back and looked. And Eddie George carried the ball 403 times in 2000. And then Chris Johnson ran the ball 358 times in 2009. After both of them 2 years that they did that, every year after that was on a decline. So let's get into Derrick Henry. He ran for 378 times last year. And he ran 219 times this year before he got hurt. But he was on pace for over 400 attempts. Do you think they were just like running him into the ground to get everything they could out of him?
Yeah.
instead of using the 3-back like in New England. Like
Well,
nobody was.
I mean, even last year, dude, without like, you got Derrick Henry and Deion Lewis, right? I know Deion Lewis is, he's more agile, versatile back. I know he was a little bit older, but like I felt like he didn't get really that many touches either. I mean, you could still run the football with a dominant,
Right.
with dominant force and reduce his carries. I mean, how often I feel like Derrick Henry breaks one almost every single game, dude. And that's really all you need, like.
Like he was close to 30 attempts a game.
Yeah.
That is unreal. I just think it was.
Some quarterbacks don't even throw the ball 30 times.
Hey,
Like.
I just think his usage was like way too much. I mean, the way it looks, Tennessee is once they find their back that can do it, they just let them run. So, I mean, you got Jeremy Nichols and Adrian Peterson that's coming in. We're going to see how they handle the offense. I'm still, after all that said, I'm still taking the Rams.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to take the Rams, dude, because Tennessee's pass defense is horrendous, and Cooper Kupp is annihilating receivers right now in yards. Yeah, you know what I mean? And which I'm all about it, dude. I've been on the Cooper Kupp train even, geez. I don't even know how long. I love possession receivers, dude. I love them. Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, right? Like, all the Cole Beasley. I love possession receivers, dude. These guys that can get open, especially against like zone coverage. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I'm gonna take the Rams too. And then we got last but not least, we got the Monday night game.
Pittsburgh, Chicago.
Yeah. One of my highs last week. I really liked the fact that Justin Fields, broke out of a shell, and with Matt Nagy not there play calling, right? So they get some play action in there. They get this kid outside the pocket. He's starting to make some plays. Defensively, though, like Pittsburgh just traded
Melvin Ingram.
Yeah, they just traded Ingram. I don't know if they force Fields outside of the pocket, he might cause some issues for them. But it's a Monday night game. I'm going to take experience over talent here, and I'm going to take the Steelers.
And I agree 100% with that. I'm taking Pittsburgh too. Well said.
Sean comments, he wants to know what's in my cup. He says Jacksonville over Buffalo. It's just because of the Manning cast curse, all right? That's it. And I got nothing but water in here, okay? I got to work in the morning. But maybe I should start filling it in. Filling it up with so listen, I got a quick little game. CJ doesn't even know about this yet.
Yeah, I have no clue.
So hang on 1 second. Let me get it all fired up here. I didn't have much time to prepare it, so all right. This is gonna be fun here.
Anti-bias juice.
What?
Yeah, chat, I have no clue what's going on.
Just hang on. All right, well, I can't get my other... Hold on. There we go. All right. I got a little game here, right? I made this up like right before the show today, and I was like, like what should we do? So CJ Williams, I present to you
Oh shit.
the 2-minute will. Instead of the 2-minute
will.
2-minute will. All right. So this is a little game I made up. It's some football trivia questions. All right. So you got. I don't have a clock here.
What?
So. The 2-minute will. All right. So you got 5 questions here. Five trivia questions. You got to score a touchdown. All right.
This is pretty good.
All right, 2-minute will. So question number 1. How many
Hold
Super
on.
Bowl... Huh?
Hold on. Don't
Don't ask me questions. I don't know the name. I don't know the rules yet, all right?
All right, just go. Just go.
If you get 4 out of 5 right, you score a touchdown, you win the game, all right?
All right.
All right. Question number 1. How many Super Bowls have the Green Bay Packers won?
5. 6.
No, it's 4.
Really?
Yeah, they got the 2 with Bart Starr, 1 with Brett Favre, 1 with Aaron Rodgers.
That's right. All right, well, I got to go on the winning streak.
All right, yeah, now you got to get the next 4 here, all right? I don't really know. Who won the Super Bowl in 2010?
Gee, like, that was 10 years ago. Hold on.
Don't be doing. Don't be looking at your phone.
10 years ago. Baltimore.
It was New Orleans. 2010. You want to know where I was when they won the Super Bowl?
Where?
I was on Bourbon Street. I was
in Japan. That's why
I was in Who Dat Nation when they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All right.
Did Baltimore win in 2011?
I thought Baltimore. Yeah, 2011. They beat San Francisco.
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about.
All right. So now
I'm about to go for 0-5.
Third down here. Okay, third down. You got to try to get a first down here. All right. Actually, third down. This is it. All right. You got 10 seconds left on the clock. You're going for a Hail Mary here. All right. Super Bowl 30. Yeah. Nope. That's not a good one.
Jeez.
What was the first year the Miami Dolphins won? The first and only year? No. Nah. I'm sorry, dude. I'm trying to find a good one here.
The Dolphins hadn't won the Super Bowl, right? Or 83?
No, it's 73 they won the Super Bowl.
Uh-oh.
Only.
The perfect record was, 83, right?
No, the perfect record was 73. That's the year that they won the Super Bowl, and then the following year I think they moved the games to 16. Oh man. What year was the first Super Bowl?
I just looked at this today too.
Come on, man. Pressure's on. We got 7 viewers right now. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Oh,
for 2-minute will. He's attempting a.
Was it 62?
Oh my God, dude! You just lost your team the game. All right. I didn't even get to move you. I didn't even get to move your character. I have him positioned all over the field. The first Super Bowl was actually in 1970 when the title of it was called Super Bowl. It was actually Super Bowl number 5. Before that, it was just the AFL NFL championship games.
Did it today too. Jeez.
So, I didn't even get to move it. So 2-minute will. I'm gonna get better at this though. This is kind of fun.
You put me on the spot though. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like the little character though.
Yeah. All right. Real quick, we're gonna jump into some Fitz's fantasy formula. Fitz's fantasy formula. All right. So, real quick, I like Tua. We touched on it a little bit. I like the fact that he knows that he is now the quarterback in Miami. Stafford against Tennessee's defense. You know, I mean, you let Michael Pittman Jr. and Carson Wentz put up numbers against you. You know, and then on the second, I like Mike White. I put some question marks here because I'm like, how quick do I want to jump on this Mike White train, right? I mean, we actually talked about it earlier this week, you and I, about, you know, the value in quarterbacks, right? So if anybody that's watching right now, just so you know, like, quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl, right? There's 27 quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl, right? Now, these are out of the 55 Super Bowls, 27 of the quarterbacks that have won it were drafted in the first round. Out of the other 28 that won it, they were either undrafted, cue my boy Kurt Warner, or they were drafted in later rounds, right? So, like, the value of a first-round quarterback is really 50-50. I mean, you're rolling the dice on it, right? So when you take somebody in the first round, you're really just rolling the dice on them.
Right.
There's no, I don't think there's really proven value at all in, you know, but anyways, the Mike White thing, like, how crazy would this be if he emerges as the go-to guy and we end up having another Josh Rosen situation, right, with Zach Wilson? So, yeah, for him to put up 400 yards last week, I think he could definitely do it against a not very good Indianapolis Colts secondary. So, and if they can get that run game going, it's really going to help him out. On the flip side, I like Jonathan Taylor against the Jets here Thursday night. The Jets don't really have a run defense at all. And as I touched earlier, Austin Eckler and Kenneth Gainwell. And I'm telling you, last week was with the Boston Scott, Jordan Howard stuff. It was smokescreen, right? That's what it was. It was a smokescreen. We're not going to reveal our best weapon yet. We're going to do it this week, though. All right, we're going to do it this week. So Kenneth Gainwell, I really like him against the Chargers. Zach Wilson for MVP, somebody says in chat. All right. That was cool.
I want to talk about him, though, once we're done with this.
I really like Justin Jefferson against Baltimore, right? So Baltimore doesn't give up a lot to wide receivers. However, they give up a lot to the number one receiver on teams, right? So if we get into a shootout type of situation, now we kind of already declared that Minnesota doesn't give up a lot of points, right? But I feel like it's going to get to a point there probably late in the game where you got to start slinging the rock. And I'm thinking Justin Jefferson hits for 100. I really do. So I love Robert Woods, man. I talk about it a lot. I mean, or possession receivers, right? So Cooper Kupp, yes, he's a possession receiver, but so is Robert Woods, right? They don't really have an explosive weapon there in the Rams, but they're moving the ball, and Stafford's moving the ball. Robert Woods has been hot the last 2 weeks, and I think he's going to continue to be hot. So, and then Cortland Sutton. Dallas is going to be up, and Denver's going to have to start slinging it down the field. They do not give a lot up to number ones. Jerry Jeudy's back. Cortland Sutton's going to be targeted heavily by Teddy Bridgewater. He's going to get a lot of targets. Expect him to thrive in some PPR leagues this week. Mike Gesicki, with Devontae Parker being back and kind of revealing himself last week, and Gesicki really not getting the looks that he deserved. I expect Mike Gesicki to kind of thrive this week, especially against the Houston defense that gives up a lot to tight ends. So I do like Jared Cook and Dallas Goedert here. So both Philly defense and the Chargers defense, they don't give up a lot to receivers, but they're exposed at tight end, right? So this is going to be one of those, it's going to be like a play action, roll out, hit your tight ends, keep the run game going. Like this is going to be one of these, it's going to blow your mind, these games, right? I swear. And then, as always, this might be a little biased, Joe, but I don't know why you wouldn't. I mean, you play Buffalo against Jacksonville. Buffalo has the number 1 rated defense across the board. They're averaging 2.5 sacks a game. They're averaging 2 turnovers a game. So, yes, you play Buffalo against a very, very young and unexperienced Jacksonville Jaguars. That's almost common sense. I mean, if you're doing any daily fantasy football, that should be the number one buy right there. So, all right. Finally.
In Jacksonville, not Europe.
Huh?
I said they're playing in Jacksonville, not Europe.
Yeah, and they're playing in Jacksonville and not Europe. The only place that Jacksonville could win is in the UK. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
All right, dude. Let's get into it, man. So much news to talk about. How big of a move is it for the Rams to acquire Von Miller?
I think he's huge, man. Like, it's just, it adds more veteran experience to that line. I know they also gave up Kenny Young, I believe, one of the linebackers, went to Denver.
Yeah.
But bringing in Von Miller and the experience that he just has is tremendous for them.
Oh, absolutely, right? So now not only that, Von Miller's played in a Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I mean? He played in a Super Bowl. So like now do the Rams just like solidify themselves as like the top NFC team? Oh wait, never mind. You can't answer that question.
Yes, I wouldn't say it. They're up there in the discussion with Tampa Bay and Dallas. So
they beat Tampa Bay. They rolled Tampa Bay.
Well, true, but I mean you can't leave out Tampa Bay.
No, I mean you can't. You can't ever count out Tom Brady. Absolutely not. But like,
and then also Arizona, Arizona beat them. So
yeah, I mean, I like the move for the veteran status, right? Like now you just got a bunch of guys that have been to the Super Bowl now on that team. You know, I mean, honestly, the only person that's really lacking any playoff experience on that team is Matt Stafford. Right?
Right. Has he ever been to the playoffs?
One time.
With Calvin Johnson?
Yeah, one time. Detroit's been to the playoffs. So, under Matt Stafford. So, yeah. So the only person that doesn't really have any playoff experience is your quarterback, right? I mean, granted, he's a veteran in this league. I think Matt Stafford.
Oh yeah.
Is really one of the best to ever do it, man. And he's just got this the overcast of Detroit just looming over him. You know what I mean? Like, if they win a Super Bowl, if the Rams win the Super Bowl, does Matt Stafford, does he go to the Hall of Fame?
Of course.
Does he go to the Hall of Fame without winning a Super Bowl?
I will hope so, but I am not sure.
Right? Like I'm just a big Matt Stafford fan. I would hope he would too, but no, I don't. I mean, maybe years down the road, I don't think he's like a first ballot. You know what I mean? But I think if he gets a Super Bowl, I think he is a first ballot. So
exactly.
I mean, but go ahead. You wanted to bring up some stuff, so have at it, dude.
Well, I was just going to talk about the. So we had 5 backup quarterbacks to play this week, and all 5 of them won, which I thought was pretty good. And we already talked about Matt White, Cooper Rush with Dallas, Trevor Siemian with New Orleans, and then Geno Smith, got the win in Seattle. So
Who was the fifth one?
Oh, I meant to say 4 then, not 5.
Well, PJ Walker finished the game for the Panthers, and they got the win.
Carolina. Oh yeah, well there we go. PJ Walker. I forgot about him.
So,
So
yeah, man. I mean, I think it's awesome. I think it just goes back to the. Well, I don't know. It doesn't quite justify the point that I was trying to make earlier about first-round draft picks and quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Because backups come in all the time and they win. But to have five finish their games with wins. What's the most impressive one out of them?
I mean, probably Mike White, man. Did you
Right?
see somebody bet $1,000 on him to have the most yards, passing yards this week?
Really?
And, and that guy won like 125K.
Holy, that's a hell of a bet, dude. That's a hell of a
Right?
gamble there.
What if he bet on himself?
Oh man.
But I mean, I give props to all of them. Like, Cooper Rush led down to score a touchdown to beat Minnesota. Trevor Siemian came back and drove down to kick. I think they kicked a field goal to win.
They
So,
had the pick six to win.
oh well, oh yeah, that's right. But they were losing and they had to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
So that's what it was. And then yeah, I still go with Mike White though, man. Dude threw touchdowns and also caught a touchdown.
Yeah. How big of an impact do you think Derrick Henry, the loss of Derrick Henry, is to the Titans?
It's probably going to be. It's a lot because he's used so much in that offense. Like,
So, what's the Titans' remaining schedule?
well, they got the Rams this week. I think it's a big blow. Like, I don't know if Adrian Peterson and so they have the Saints next week.
Yeah,
Well, they got
they got the
Texans.
Rams. So they're the Rams, the Saints, the Texans, Patriots, Jacksonville, Steelers, San Francisco, Miami, and Houston again. Right. So that's the remaining schedule.
I still think they can make the playoffs with Tannehill and the receivers. I still think they can do it.
Yeah. What's the status of? So I saw today that Julio Jones didn't practice again. He's still battling a hamstring issue.
Who knows then?
I mean, I think AJ Brown proved last week that he's healthy and he's full go. He's ready to go. Really, you're putting all your trust and faith into Ryan Tannehill at this point, and make sure that he can execute that offense. I mean, so they go ahead and they sign Adrian Peterson. Jeremy McNichols is the backup. He's going to be getting touches, and it's really just Jeff Swain, one of their tight ends, is starting to get in there. They also have Anthony Frisker.
Actually, Julio did practice today.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He came back today, so.
All right. Thank you for clearing that up. So, all right. I mean, this is why you brought Julio Jones there, right?
Like, yeah, him and Brown and Tannehill. I mean, Tannehill's value is going to go up now because they're going to have to throw the ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
but I still think they're going to be able to run the ball. Just as
oh
well.
yeah, no doubt. But it's not
like that That offensive line is big, dude.
Yeah, but they're not like Derrick Henry. Like
no. Nobody's like Derrick Henry. The guy is a. Did you see the Kyle Brandt from Good Morning Football did a little segment? It was like Halloween costumes, you know what I mean? And he's like talking smack to He's like talking smack to all these little kids who are dressed up like football players, you know?
Haven't seen it.
Oh man! And then this grown ass man shows up pretending to be Derrick Henry.
Oh,
like,
no way.
Yeah, and he's like, what? How old are you? He's like, Derrick. He's like, what are you supposed to be, Derrick Henry? And he's like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 11, right? And it's just this big ass kid, right? He's like, I'm 11. It's grown. It was great, dude. It was a really good segment. You got to check it out. I don't know. I mean, so I don't want to touch too much about this, but obviously the situation with Las Vegas and Henry Ruggs, you know, it's what do you think is going to happen in? So I mean, you want to talk about distractions and just nothing but bad news coming out of Las Vegas. How do you think they finished their year?
I mean, I hope they can get back on track. And you know, you had the stuff with John Gruden, and then a couple weeks later, now something like this happens.
I mean, they're still playing good without John Gruden there, right?
Right.
So your boy steps up now and he fills that void.
Zay Jones,
East Carolina University. I mean, he's had some big catches. Not a lot of production though.
But he's gonna have to step up, like you say.
I mean, Zay Jones is he's not a very fast receiver. He has some hidden speed, you know, but he really just kind of breaks. He breaks through when coverages break down. You know what I mean? He's a possession type receiver though. He's very good on the quick routes.
Yeah, the route running. That's where I was going to go.
The route running, yes. So. Yeah.
I mean, they got the Chiefs, the Bengals. Oh man, their next 3 games is Chiefs, Bengals, Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, this actually might kind of open up the door for Kansas City to start rising again in the West. You know what I mean? Especially if the Chargers lose this week against Philly.
So if OBJ gets released, do you think the Raiders should go out and sign him?
I actually saw something right before the show started that the Saints have shown interest in OBJ, and with Michael Thomas out for the season now officially, considering he hasn't played a single game at all this year.
Right?
I can't believe I said that earlier, dude.
What kind of impact does Michael Thomas?
Oh my gosh, what a noob! I don't know. I mean, I guess it really just so James Winston's out for the year with the ACL MCL tear, right?
Yep.
Trevor Siemian. If Trevor Siemian can operate the Sean Payton offense here, and if the Browns end up releasing him, I mean, I saw something too that, you know, he is not in contact at all with Kevin Stefanski. OBJ has cut off communications to his team right now. So, I mean, if they release him,
if he does get released, is it like go through like a? Is he like? Can he sign with any team he wants to, or does it go through the like waiver wire thing?
I believe he would go through. No, he would not go through waivers because he's been in the league for X amount of years. I don't know what it is off the. I think it's if you're in the league for 4 years, you can sign with anybody. But if you're still within that 4-year status, then you go through waivers.
Okay.
So yeah, I think he'd be able to sign with anybody then. Just a reminder, if you guys want to join us on Discord, you could jump in and join the show if you got anything to say. I see some people out there watching. Feel free to jump in and join the show. Don't be shy. And just so you know, your video or your camera or whatever won't pop up, so nobody will see you. They'll just hear you. So let us know, or go ahead and do that and announce yourself and tell us where you're from and what your team is, and if you want to talk about them, let's get talking. I want some more communication in the chat. Let's go, chat. Get it going. Nothing. 0 people talking. I love it. I love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
So, I know we both picked the Giants, but with Saquon being out, do you think that they'll still be able to run the ball against Las Vegas?
Booker has stepped up tremendously, dude. He's running the ball really great. I mean, honestly, dude, the true flaw in that offense is Daniel Jones, man. Like, I just haven't seen enough out of him to be like, all right, the Giants got it right. I mean, even with the I know the receivers, Sterling Shepard's hurt, Kadarius Toney's,
Like somebody's always hurt in that receiver corps. I mean, like, no matter what, somebody's always hurt.
Joe, is this legit, or are you just messing with us? I don't even...
What do you mean, is this legit?
I don't see anything trending. So I'm not going to fall for that. I'm so gullible, dude. I'm so freaking gullible.
I mean, Odell is trending, though, but I don't think he's trending about that. So what if he goes to Green Bay?
Who?
Odell.
He won't.
Why? Because Devontae Adams?
No, because the cap situation there.
Take less money.
No, he won't take less money. Joe comments in. He says the Giants' play calling is their issue. He says Jason Garrett is not a good offense coordinator.
You gotta love him, right, Joe?
I was paraphrasing there, for sure.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm so happy we got rid of Jason Garrett. Not gonna lie. And Kellen Moore, like, he's been phenomenal. And I can see him being a coach, like, really soon.
Oh, listen, man, I love Kellen Moore. I love Kellen Moore, Boise State days, you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
He's a very, very smart young man, and he will be a head coach in this league someday. He might even be the Cowboys head coach. I feel like Jerry Jones kind of, the fact that he stayed on board with that staff after Jason Garrett left, says to me that Jerry had something to do with that.
I think Mike McCarthy will be around for a couple more years, and then it's going to be all the Kellen Moore show.
The Kellen Moore show. That sounds like a legit show, dude. So, yeah, man.
Which I'll be excited though. I love his play calling right now.
I mean, just spitballing here. We're halfway through the season. No, we'll touch base on it next week when we're officially halfway through the season. Week 9's over.
Our top 5 teams.
Yeah, top 5 teams, Super Bowl
Yeah.
contender, awards, all that good stuff.
Mid-season rewards. There we go.
Oh, mid-season rewards? Let's do it right off the bat. Mid-season
Yeah.
rewards. Who's your MVP right now?
No, I'm
Mid-season.
saying next week.
Oh, next week? All right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I don't see any more questions coming through. So,
We'd just like to thank everyone for tuning in, asking questions. We always enjoy it. And don't forget to follow our social media.
yeah, and be sure to join us on Discord. We really want to bring some guests on, man. I feel like we could really open a door to just something awesome for sportscasting and podcasting and just this YouTube streaming in general. If we start bringing on guests, like there's a lot that we could do, and every week we're growing, and we really appreciate all you guys, tuning in and loyal viewers you are. So,
And I'll get better at the 2-minute wheel, which I thought was perfect. So good job on that.
oh, you like that, man? Dude, I literally. I kid you not, man. I put it together like 2 minutes before the show started.
That was awesome.
2-minute will.
I like it.
I'll establish some rules for it next time.
There you go.
So yeah, but the idea is like I'll have a clock and everything. The idea is my idea behind it was you had to answer as many trivia questions right within 2 minutes, right? And every time you do, you move the football and then you score for the game, But if you say you were to get 4 wrong in a row or something like that, well, then you lose the game.
Yeah.
There, I just made up the rules right then and there. So that's
I like it.
So 2-minute will. It's catchy, huh?
Good job.
But all right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in, and same time next week, Wednesday, 8:00. Y'all have a good night.